Hello, LinkedIn land. Sharika Sanders here with 3 tips that will help you combat talent shortages and skill gaps within the accounting teams. Now, some of these honestly may be transferable to other teams, but since accounting is my background, then I like to focus primarily on the accounting teams. So the first one would be proactively talent new sources or new employment. So what does that mean? That means showing up at networking events, showing up at college fairs, at other opportunities to display your company. So my background, during my 15 plus years in corporate accounting, I worked with privately held and private equity owned companies only. And I did not see that this was really a big thing that these companies did. And I'm not sure if it was because you typically find the more either, the Fortune 500, the larger, whether public or private, but the larger company, the more well-known brands, those are the ones that you typically see at these type of events. However, these are the more well-known brands and the ones that everyone knows, so everyone is submitting applications and trying to get in with said company. However, just because your company doesn't necessarily have the marketing, it's not as well known, doesn't mean that you can't still source great talent. And so I think it's helpful to show up at these events, share a little bit about your organization, share about the culture within the organization. If someone from management is there outside of just having, HR to represent the company, but if you can have a someone from the accounting manager, a staff member, somebody from the team to give a real life experience of what it's like to work for your company, believing that it will be positive, of course, but that real life experience of what it's like to work for your organization. Now you're building your pool of employees. And so if you have someone that leaves, you already have a list or a set of employee or potential candidates that you can pull from and start to interview and speak with. And you can even have certain company events where you open it up to potential candidates just so you can, meet and greet and get to know other people. So that's the first way. The second way is investing in your current talent. And really, I think that's the first way, the number one option. But invest in your current talent. If you know that you have staff that may not be where you need them to be, but they have the ability, they have the want to, then invest in them and give them the additional education, give them the additional mentorship, give them the additional skill, whatever it is that they need in order to succeed at that next level. Because not only are you helping out your own organization, you're increasing your brand or making your brand more positive. Happy employees bring over other happy employees. Good employees tend to bring over other good employees. So you're keeping good talent within the company. So invest in your current talent. And whether that's educationally, whether that's sponsoring certain certifications that they're interested or looking to have. There are several ways that you can go about investing in the employees that you have on your staff right now today. So that's the second one. And then the last one would be to enhance your employer branding. So investing or enhancing your employer brand means making those connections with recruiters, external recruiters specifically. So while I know HR professionals typically don't like when you go outside of the company to seek talent, one thing that I have found with external recruiters, specifically those in accounting and finance, they have worked within that space previously in their careers or earlier in their careers, so they can speak more to potential candidates about the time commitment, levels of stress that may come with different roles, and really kind of help them make a decision when they're considering going to different companies about the positives and negatives that the companies can provide. Also, when you build the relationships with the recruiters, have them come by the company, have them come by, meet you, go to lunch, get to know you as a person, specifically if you're in some if you're within management, get to know you as a person, understand your management style, because recruiters do great commercials for organizations. I know it firsthand when recruiters have called me and they have a relationship with the company. They speak highly of the management team, of the staff. They talk about the culture and all of these different things that make you really want to work for that company. But if they don't know the company, I've also seen it on the other side where they're like, I really don't know anything about them, not really sure about this guy. Like they really give you their honest feedback about an organization. And so when you build that relationship with them, you're building your brand, you're building up your company, and you're moving yourself up to the top of the list when potential candidates are looking for new employment, where the recruiter wants to recommend your organization and they want you to have the best talent. So make sure you build those relationships with the recruiters so that you're first of mind whenever you're looking for talent, or whenever someone happens to come to them and they're like, hey, I have this person, do you have a need? And you probably do, whether you can use them in a full time capacity as an intern. Interns are another great way, honestly, to help build up your pool. Bring in an intern, help them understand. They are typically open to it because you're helping them to understand the real life aspect of accounting and finance. And then you're also getting that additional help, those additional hands within your team. So building up your brand, investing in your employees, which I still say number one, and then also just building those connections, opening up opportunities for potential candidates to come to you directly and learn more about your organization and what you offer, so that when the time comes and you need a new headcount or an additional headcount, you already have a pool that you can pull from, opposed to you have a person who's leaving, you're scrambling trying to figure out who you're going to transfer their responsibilities to, while you're also trying to figure out, finding a new person to put in that role. How quickly can that person get up to speed? And all these other unnecessary stressors. So these are three tips to help combat those challenges for accounting and finance. So I hope these have been helpful for you. If you have any additional questions, any additional feedback, feel free to put it in the comments below. Always here to help where I can. And until the next time, bye.